Okay, talk about hitting mechanics. First of all, you have to have a base foundation in anything you do. Whether it's fielding a ground ball, whether it's hitting, whether it's pitching, you have a base foundation. That's your library, that's your reference point that you always refer to. Are all our kids going to hit that way? Are all our pitchers going to field a grounder or throw pitch that way? No, but when they have trouble, we always have a base foundation. That's our reference point, that's our library, that's what we can always go back to and refer to. Now, we allow individual difference within. We don't clone all our kids, but you have to have some base foundation that you start from. If you ask one of my kids, what's our hitting philosophy, or what's our hitting philosophy and our fundamentals, they could come up and probably tell you verbatim. Now, do all of them do it exactly that way? No. That's where you allow individual differences. But they know what the philosophy is. You have to have a philosophy, and you have to have approach, and you have to sell it and preach it to your kids, and so they believe in it. First of all, you need to get a bat that you can handle. One that's not too light, not too heavy, where you can take your best cut with a good short compact swing every time. Again, we're swinging to waiting rather than waiting to swing. There's only one decision to make at the plate. That's not the swing. When we grip the bat, we want to hold it in the fingers, out of the palms. You got to watch your players. A lot of them start death gripping the bat. When I death grip, if I come out here and I ask you, and we've actually had our kids come out, I say, throw the bat. I want you to line up across down here, and I want you to throw the bat as far as you can. You're not going to have it down buried in your palms. You're going to have it in the fingers, out of the palm. So our checkpoint is index fingers pointing straight ahead. This is okay, but I'd rather have it like this. So I want to throw the bat at the baseball. I don't want to death grip it. You know, it's called the axe grip. Just like a guy, he's chopping down a tree. You know, I'm letting the axe do the work, but if I'm like this and I'm much stronger, I'm not going to get, I'm doing all the work. Let the axe or let the bat do the work. So index fingers pointing straight ahead. Next thing, where do we stand on the plate? You don't stand here for one pitcher and here for another pitcher. Never give in to the pitcher. This is your philosophy. This is where you stand. We feel this is good depth and distance and gives us good plate coverage on the plate. We put it down where the end of the bat goes to the outer third of the plate, outside part of the plate, front foot on the knob. If I'm up here, my time becomes much more critical. If I'm up here, my time's much more critical. I don't have near as much time. We think this keeps us off the plate a little bit. I'm going to stride at the same place, and I can still handle basically a good 13-inch zone, and if I have to, 17 inches effectively. Okay, so we call this our depth and distance. We feel this is good depth and distance. We like the feet to be shoulder width apart. Knees inside the ankles, good balanced position. You know, not standing up here and not the last of the toilet seat hitters, right here. Knees inside the ankle, up on the balls of feet right here. Just like I'm going to guard Michael Jordan in basketball. I'm going to be in a good athletic position. Now, you see TV. Some guys stand like this, sure they do. But when the pitch is coming, where they end up? Right there. Some guys may be here and they end up here. Bottom line is you're going to have some kids are just going to be average athletes. The more you can eliminate any unnecessary movement, the better chance you're giving your kid to be successful. So this is just a style, and they end up here. But we're going to start just from a base foundation right here, knees inside the ankle. We bounce the bat in the plate. It gets me up on the balls of my feet. I want to get a little bit of rhythm because I want to go back to go forward. I'm much stronger and quicker if I go back to go forward than if I just go straight out. Now, bat 90 degrees or less. If I go more than 90, the bat wraps around my head and that creates a longer swing. Now, do some of our players have it more than 90? Sure. May have a little longer swing, but that's their style. Or they may start here and end up here. But we lay the bat back at 45 degrees. Now for me to get to the hitting zone, all I have to do is go straight to the ball. So 90 or less, 45 laid back. Okay, we call the box, front arm, back elbow. The closer the elbows, the shorter the swing. The further the elbows, the longer the swing and the more tension we have. So elbows close to the closer the elbows, the shorter the swing. We want to form a box, front arm, back elbow. We do not want to stretch the box. If we stretch the box, I got a hole in my zone here, plus the bat wraps around my head, and we've got a long swing. The box does not stretch, just like I'm cradling a baby, front arm, back elbow. If I stretch the box, I drop the baby. But if I keep my box intact, I don't drop the baby. We call the eyes, 2 knees and belly button. During stance and stride, the eyes face the plate. On the swing, the eyes will face the pitcher, 2 knees and belly button. Helps me use my strongest muscles, my legs and hips. Okay, the back knee, back shoulder, front hip is called the triangle. When we swing, we want to slam the back knee, back shoulder, front hip into the baseball. That helps me roll up in the back foot, squish the bug, and allows me good hip rotation and using my strongest muscles again, my legs and my hips. Okay, on the stride. Again, this could be style. Some guys just roll in. Some guys pick it up and set it down. You know, some guys are just gonna, you know, they'll do the double stride, but the bottom line is, that's style. Bottom line is, on the stride, we want to step 4 to 5 inches up on the ball of the foot, on the instep of the foot right here. We don't want to hit whole foot because all my weight's going to transfer. Hands go back, front foot comes forward. If my hands are back, my weight's back, I can take my best cut any pitch, any location. Now, separate. We stride to hit, not stride and hit. Stride and hit, boom. I'm just coming forward. I'm more of a guess hitter. Stride to hit, my hands are back, my weight's back, I'm not going to be folded near as much. We call it the rubber band theory. If I have a rubber band around my ankles, I stride and hit at the same time, the rubber band becomes loose. But if I stride to hit, now that rubber band's taut and I'm much more powerful. Okay, on the swing, we call this the flashlight. Flashlight never faces the pitcher, always faces the plate. Hands start inside the baseball. Hands start inside the baseball. We don't go around the block to hit. If I go out here, I've got a hole in my zone. Hands stay inside the baseball right here. Hands and feet work together. Flashlight to the plate. And if the ball's inside, if this were a clock, I want to get to 11 o'clock. And I'm working for extension of contact. Palm up, palm down, right here. If the ball were down the middle, it's more of 12 o'clock. Right here, working for extension of contact. Palm up, palm down. If it's outside, I want the ball to get deep in the zone. Hit it at 2 o'clock. Off the inside of my stride foot. So we got outside 2 o'clock. Down the middle 12, inside 11 o'clock. And when we swing, we say land the airplane. Just like a plane coming in. We don't want to crash it. We don't want to take it off. Nice and level, we want to land the plane right here. And we call the hands the passengers. The passengers don't get off the plane until the plane stops. Now that's a little bit of style. Some guys, we like to teach, keep both hands, finish in the back shoulder, but some guys may take the hand off. Again, that's going to be style a little bit. That may be their style. Just like style on squishing the bug. Some guys may be up here a little bit. Some guys just roll here. You know, some guys are going to be up on the toe here. Again, that's style. Main thing is their hips are coming forward and they're using their strongest muscles, my legs and my hips. So we want to land the plane. Chin starts front shoulder, ends up back shoulder. And my checkpoints are front toe closed to 45 degrees. Eyes, 2 knees and belly button face the pitcher. Squish the bug in the back foot, and my chin starts front shoulder, ends up back shoulder. Okay, real quick, let me review. Get a bat I can handle, not too light, not too heavy. Index fingers pointing straight ahead. Check my depth and distance. Bounce the plate up in the balls of the feet. Get a little bit of rhythm. 90 degrees or less, 45 laid back. Form a box with the arms. During stance and stride, eyes box, nothing comes forward. It faces the plate. On the swing, stride, step on thin ice. Flashlight to the plate, land the plane. Inside pitch, 11. Middle, 12, 2 o'clock on the outside. Land the plane, best cut, short compact swing, 4 checkpoints. Front toe closed, eyes, 2 knees and belly button face the pitcher. Squish the bug on the back foot. Chin starts front shoulder, ends up on my back shoulder. And now we're going to go over some drills. And, you know, a lot of times you've worked hard enough. You've hit the tees, you've hit the golf balls or the wiffle balls. You've hit off the tees, you've hit short toss, you've done all these things. And now when you come time for game time, again, just like I talked earlier about pitching, hey, you don't think about squish the bug. You don't step on thin ice. Hey, it's time. It's go time. What time is it? It's right now. You have yourself mentally ready to hit. This is the only bat that counts. This is the only time zone you can control. Control it, and you compete. Never wasting at bat. You compete like heck. And you deserve to be successful because you've got blisters and calluses on your hand because you've done all these other things. Now, when it comes game time, it's time to compete. And remember, think about performance, not results. You may do everything right, and the guy makes a great play. How many guys are done for the week? There's a lot of guys in Cooperstown that failed 70% of the time. Baseball's a game of failure. Learn how to handle it. Think about performance, not results. Have a quality at bat. Compete like heck at the plate. Everybody, regardless of your ability, is allowed 3 good cuts. Now we're going to talk about some of our drills that we do.